thank you for taking my question, Your Excellency. I guess I'm the odd one out. I'm not in the IT field. I'm an architect. And I had a question regarding, I've been practicing here as an architect, specializing in housing for the elderly and, housing for physically disabled. And I find that India lags far behind in this respect in providing, appropriate housing environments for our seniors. I wanted you to shed some light on any government initiatives out there that might propel some of the technologies over here being used in India.
I think we have a Ministry of Social Welfare which has specific programs for the differently abled, and I have to of course admit that we haven't been able to provide as much focus to this area as we should. But they are looking to adapt government buildings as a start, not private buildings and things, but certainly to adapt government buildings, office spaces, to ensure that differently abled people are able to work in those premises. There are also many now homes or retirement homes which are beginning to develop, because earlier it was a joint family and parents were always looked after within the joint family. Now increasingly we are seeing that in an urban setting there are nuclear families, and when the children, say for instance, move away and come to the US, then the parents are back in India, and after a certain age many are looking to move into retirement communities. So those are beginning to emerge, and you might find some possibilities there.
Thank you.
And I think maybe this should be the last question, because I'm told that we have some press interaction also. Okay, no, they're saying they've asked the press to join here, so it's possible to have more questions.
I think we'll have one here, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Excellency, my name is Tom LeVenture. I'm with the Asian American Press in St. Paul. I thought it might be interesting to get your reflections on American immigration reform. That seems to be the emerging topic that's in the Asian community. Has been working very hard to advocate for family unification, and with the Indian community here, it's been a big concern with visa issues. They're bringing their families over. There's a lot of detailed things they'd like to see worked out, and I think with the booming economy, I think they had more weight behind them because there's more demand. But now that things are tough, and I'm not sure exactly, but I thought maybe you're in a position to be an advocate for them in immigration reform.
Well, I think as far as immigration reform is concerned, it's really for the United States to determine how it wants to shape its immigration policies. Clearly, humanitarian aspects should be a factor in that process, but we would not really like to comment on what kind of immigration policies the US should have. Of course, from the Indian side, we very much hope that we can retain talent within India and also attract talent back from the United States to India if we can. But what we are concerned about is that the visa and other regime and other framework should be conducive to business and should be conducive to the growth of trade and economic ties between our people.
Considering the cyber threat that is taking place all over the world, what role can India play collaboration with the United States in trying to stemming the invasion of cyber space and the invasion of critical technology infrastructure? We've seen how pirates are able to go into Pentagon files, the CIA, even the White House. And I wanted to know whether India, considering the advancement in computer technology and nanotechnology, can bring to bear in terms of protecting them.
We are just beginning to look at this issue because we have the same concerns, the use of cyberspace in a lawful and internationally accepted way is something which is beginning to engage the attention of the international community. We have had similar concerns in India, and we have now begun, I think, some kind of informal discussions between different countries on the issue. For India, this is important at the commercial level because our companies are very much in the field of IT and IT-enabled software services, and they have very tight data protection technologies, because for them, confidence in this is critical to be able to sustain their business model. So the private sector has been fairly advanced in the kind of data protection technologies and systems that they use. I think it's in government where we have been lagging behind, and we need to work out how we are going to protect our government infrastructure. At one level, we've been a little, I could say, relatively less affected because the extent of the Indian economy, which is computerized, the domestic economy, is far less. So our dependence on IT for critical infrastructure in many sectors is not as high as here. But in future, it is going to be. It is increasingly going to be. And so if we can get in ahead of the curve, I think it would be important. We will have, it's one of the things that is on the agenda of our discussions with the United States and with other governments. So hopefully we will make progress in this sector.
We have one more last question.
Well, thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Rick Aguilar with Aguilar Productions. And we have a company that produces marketing conferences focusing on the multicultural markets here in the United States. And of course, the Asian market is a key element as companies learn that these new markets are made up of the Hispanic community, African American, the Asian, of course, our friends from Africa who are newly migrated. And one of the things that we were able to accomplish in a short period of time, we were able to produce a marketing conference here this past March, where for the first time in Minnesota, we presented a study that was done by New American Dimensions in Los Angeles, looking at the U.S. Asian Indian market. Very, very key information, and I would like to be able to present this so you can say you were in Minnesota and you actually came back with some information, and it's on a CD-ROM for your staff, and you can.
Thank you so much. It's great for me to say that I came to Minnesota to learn more about Indian Americans. Well, thank you. So, is there any other? I think I don't see any question. Thank you so much. Oh, there is one.
All about the National Payment Center that is being set up in India and the India
National what?
National Payment Center or National Payment System that is being created by the RBI, headed by Mr. Murthy, Narayan Murthy, and the India card, and what is, how is it going to be a competition to the credit card industries?
I wouldn't be able to. I am not aware of the technical details of this, so I wouldn't be able to really give you an informed answer. But what we can do is to, if you give me your card, we can get information and send it to you. Okay?
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you very much for coming here and sharing your views with us this morning. And